Barcelona head into this weekend's matches a whopping 9 points adrift of La Liga leaders Real Sociedad. But can they make up a lost ground? We'll take a little look at it. No. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we take a look at match number 9 out in La Liga. We'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things La Liga related, Baba Novas related, world football related. We're going to know here. And Roverseas, of course. Yes, thick and fast, coming at you left, right, and centre. We just don't know when it's going to stop. But in fact, it's actually going to take a little bit of a breather after this weekend's matches because the international break is just around the corner, folks. But anyway, before that, I want a big shout out, of course, to the Patreon gang. You know who you are, the VIP exclusive members of the gang. We actually saw a couple of new guys just join just the other day. So I want a big shout out to Mickey N.A. Of course, big fan of the channel, big friend of the channel, of course. We actually had him on the show quite a while back, of course, West Bromwich Albion fan. But he's there supporting the channel behind the scenes as a Patreon. And also Jan recently stepped up to the plate and became the latest member of the Patreon gang. So if anyone else is out there wants to join the VIP exclusive gang to become the latest brother from another mother, check out the links down below, patreon.com/Roverseas, and you could be the latest member of the Brotherhood. That's right. So let's get into the deep end and take a look at how I got on first, and then we'll take a look at how you all got on, of course, with the last weekend's matches, with some big winners and big losers. Now, recap of the criteria here. 0 to 3, giving the shit-faced gang, 4 to 7 in the straight-faced club, and 8 plus. I don't think there's any of those. There might be. In fact, there might actually be a couple of those this week. We'll take a little look at it in just a second then. First of all, let's take a look at my pickaroonies, of course. Eibar gets Cádiz, ending up as a 2-0 win for Cádiz. Actually, with a 0-0 draw there. My picks are on the right there, as you can see. So I got that one wrong, folks. The goal scorers on the day for Cádiz, Alfa Negredo and Salvi Sanchez, giving Cádiz the big fat W to move up to 5th in the table. Yes, I'm not stuttering. It is correct. 5th in the table. Real Madrid did take care of business against Huesca. Was a 4-1 win in the end. Actually, with a 3-1 win myself. Goal scorers on the day. Who was on the goal scorers? It was actually Eden Hazard, Karim Benzema with a couple of goals there. Valverde as well, with David Ferreiro on the score sheet for Huesca as they lost to put themselves still in the old drop zone there. Not too good. Sevilla, though, don't know what's going on with them either. They're actually in 16th spot. Actually tipped them to do very well this season, but they're struggling. 2-2 on loss to Atlético Bilbao. Actually with a 2-2 draw myself. Goal scorers on the day in that match was it? In fact, it was Iker Muniain on the score sheet with Orion Sanchez, Sankel as well, with Yusuf Enyezi on the score sheet for Sevilla as they finally, it doesn't look like it's going to happen this season for them. All my hype and everything's gone through the window. I actually remember the 2-2 draw myself on that one. Osasuna against Atlético Madrid. It was a 3-1 win for Madrid. João Felix with a couple of goals there. Lucas Torreira, of course. Is he on loan? I think he's on loan at Madrid from Arsenal. And Ati Bundemir on the score sheet for Osasuna. I actually went with what did I go with on this one? I actually went with a 3-1 win. Bang on the nose, lads. Bang on the pissing nose. Oh, yes. Called it right. But, of course, what's going on with Barcelona? I actually went with a 2-0 win for Alavés. But, unfortunately, it was just a 1-1 draw. I think they're actually in a bit of trouble. They're actually in a realistic bit of trouble, especially for their standards. Jota got himself sent off on for Deportivo Alavés. Luis Rajoa getting himself a goal there for Alavés, and Artur Griezmann getting an equaliser in the 63rd minute. But ultimately, shite. They're actually in mid-table right now. Better off. Elche are better off. Cádiz are better off. Even they're obviously the nearest and dearest Real Madrid, and Atlético Madrid much better off than them these days. But it could all change. Of course, they do have at least a game in hand on a couple of guys, maybe 2 as well, on the likes of Villarreal and Real Sociedad. But I'm sure it'll work out in the end. Betis against Elche ended up as a 3-1 win for Real Betis. Actually, with a 2-1 win myself. They're doing pretty good as well. Real Betis up to 7th at the table at the moment. Sampriera on score, Christian Chalo with a couple of goals for the hosts. Joe Sam with a late goal for Elche to little or no effect. Actually, with the 2-1 win myself. Ain't too bad, pal. Next up, Celta Vigo took care of actually lost to Real Sociedad, of course, the leaders. 4-1 win in the end. Goals scored on this one. David Sia, that's his first goal for Sociedad on this one. William Jose with a couple of goals. Mikel Oyarzabal as well, giving Sociedad 4 goals for them. Ego Aspas with a consolation goal for Celta Vigo, and Jose Manuel Fortin getting himself sent off for the hosts as they succumb to a major defeat, and again that pushed them just above the drop zone into 17th spot. Actually with a 2-1 win myself. Granada against Levante ended up as a 1 more draw in the end. Actually, went with a 2-0 win on that one. Got the round of my goals, but unfortunately wrong. Darwin Matches on score sheet for Granada. Ruben Vezo getting Levante's equaliser there with Maxine Gonalons getting himself sent off for Granada in a 1-1 draw. Actually went with a 2-0 win. So shame on me. Valencia against Getafe ended up as a 2-2 draw. Actually went with the Getafe on this one. Goal scorers on the day with Yusuf Musa, Carlos Soler on the penalty spot for Valencia, with Cucho Hernandez and Angel Rodriguez on the score sheet for Getafe. Damian Suarez getting himself sent off for Getafe with Thierry Corriera also getting sent off. So 2 red cards in the match. One goes either way. Actually, when the 1-0 win, so shame on me. And Villarreal, good evening. 2-0 win against Real Valladolid. Called it, lads. Absolutely called it. That was Monday Night Football, of course. The goal scorers on the day, Samuel Chukwueze, of course, Paul Torres, giving Villarreal the big fat W, and that moves them up to third in the table. In fact, here is that table. What did I get myself there? Actually, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that number, folks. 5 is the score for me. Sociedad lead the charge at the moment with a 1-point lead over Real Madrid. They do have a game in hand, though, so mathematically they're probably going to leapfrog us. Villarreal up to third, 50 points on the board. Atletico Madrid up to fourth again. A couple of games in hand for them. If win those 2 games, and they will be outright leaders. Okay. Barcelona all the way down at 12th at the moment. Again, 2 games in hand. Win those, and there we up to 11th, 15th points on the board. They're putting it up to third. Still a long ways away. Valladolid, Huesca, and Levante going down as it stands, according to my knowledge. Anyway, so that's the situation in the table. Of course, Prediction Eve live and active. 5, which was what I got. We get you in the straight face gang, folks. An order 3, you're in the shit face club. 4 to 7 straight face gang, and 8 plus top bins. Like I said, I think there might be one of those at the very least. Vincent Hong, he did all right. Elgin Cow, not too bad, brother. Not too bad indeed. Well done, well done. Even Stringer also did a bit of Hansworth, not too shabby. Nathan Eibar did poop, but it's okay, brother. Bianca Moller, she did all right as well. Well done to you. Football Mapper did bits. Yannick Bustler did okay. This fella here, he did all right. Barcelona Easter, I gave you a half a clap there. I don't know why, but anyway. Alex Weller did bits. Ishan, not too shabby. Bossia Mata did bits. Gaming Charlie, not too bad. Il Mitchell did not. Issa also did very, very well. Club Skills did bits. Ilma Escamil, the Mexican sniper, also did very, very well. Jonathan Liu did okay. Cody Ho, he did bits. Shane O'Donnell, of course, recent addition to the Patreon gang. Well done to you, brother, as well. Ultra Omar Murat, you did very, very well. Luka Kujovic did bits. Omarji Monday did top banana with an edit. It's a dubious one. He hit it out of the park there. But we'll give it to him. We'll give it to him for now. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I'll be keeping an eye on Neil Galilei. You did okay, brother. Costas K, he did okay. We are keeping on not too bad. Russell Frost did bits. Well done, well done, well done. Bobby Abraham got you covered. Not too shabby there. Shepherd, of course. Big support of the channel. Do appreciate his support recently. NWC239 did bits. And Matt Gunner also did very, very well, of course. Now, this is what the table looks like as it stands. Your main man, Nathan Heaver, of course, struggling a little bit at the bottom there. But, of course, Bossia Mata coming in. Sorry, Omaji Monday coming in there with a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give you a soft clap because it is a bit dubious, but I'll allow it. Bianca Molov up into second spot at the moment. Omar Escavilla also in the joint second spot there, and also in the top 10. Russell Frost, Ultra Omar Murat just outside. Cody Ho in the 16th spot. But this is your overall leaderboard. Bow down to your king, or should I say, bow down to your queen. That's right, and king. Bianca Molnar is top of the pops with a 53% success rate. Vincent Hung is also up there with a 53% success rate. In the top 10, LG Cow, Omar Escaville, Shane O'Donnell, and Shepherd make up your power 10. Just outside, Russell Frost, Ultra Omar Murat as well. Cody Ho not too far away, as is Nathan Heaver. Omaji Monday into 5th. Big mover there, perhaps, with his big score. So let's get into it, of course. I ain't going to no rest for the wicked here. Elche are taking on Celta Vigo this coming Friday. These two celebrations 38 times in the past. 13 wins for Elche, 14 wins for Celta Vigo, and 11 draws, of course. The last 6, though, sees 3 wins for Elche, 2 wins for Celta Vigo, and 1 draw. Of course, that draw was, of course, the last time played each other, which was in March 2015. It was a 1-1 draw in Celta Vigo. Goal scorers on the name Michael Crondelli on the score sheet, David Lumbain with a big fat penalty, giving Elche a show of the sports. However, last time played each other in Elche was in 2014 in September. It was 1-0 win for Celta Vigo. You got to all the way back to 2014 in March for Elche's last victory over Celta Vigo. Heading into Celta Vigo, actually failed to win the last 7 away matches in La Liga. They come into this without a win in at least the very 6. Meanwhile, Elche just won defeat the past 5, and that was against Real Betis just the other day. Quick look at the odds then on this one, shall we? Elche are 12-5 for the victory, 30-10 is Celta Vigo. Apparently they're the favourites. 2-1 is your draw. Elche coming to this in 10th spot at the moment in the old table, but a win for them, they could go as high as 7th. Meanwhile, Celta Vigo coming to this in 17th, but a win for them, they could go as high as 11th. Oh, yes, indeed. I'm going to go with Elche on this one to get at least the very point. Celta Vigo, again, also a point. All eyes will be on it on Friday, so that's why I'm siding with it. Huesca against Eibar, of course, these two sides played each other just 6 times in the past. 4 wins for Huesca, 2 wins for Eibar, and no draws. The last time played each other was in Huesca, and it was back in 2019, in April. It was a 2-0 win for Huesca back in the day. Eric Galliero on the score sheet, Jimmy Arvilla on the score sheet as well, as Huesca took care of a 2-0 win. Huesca have actually failed to win the last 8 matches in La Liga, and they've also conceded at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches as well. They're coming to this back-to-back defeats for them, losing to Real Madrid and Sociedad, of course, two of the big 3 at the moment. moment. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Eibar just one defeat the past 5. Sorry, one defeat the past 4. That was against Cádiz just the other day. Before that was a 3-game unbeaten run. Heading into this big bookies odds 21-20. Huesca are your favourites. 35 is your away win. That is Eibar. 23-10 is your draw. Huesca coming to this though in 19th spot, but a win for them. They could go as high as 13th, maybe even 12th, maybe even above Barcelona in the process. Meanwhile, Eibar coming to this in a 15th spot, but a win for them. They could go as high as 8th in the table. I'm going with a draw on this one as well. Really can't separate two sides. Of course, Barcelona are struggling at the moment, but of course they're only a couple of wins away from going into the top 3. But anyway, we're going to take on Betis this time around. They're taking on the place of the 119 times in the past. 71 wins for Barcelona, 26 wins for Betis, and 22 draws. Of course, the last 6 between these two sides. 5 wins for Barcelona, 1 win for Betis, and no draws. Last time picture was in Betis. It was a 5-goal thriller going in favour of Barcelona with Frankie de Jong on the score. Sergio Busquets, Clement Lenglet with a goal and a sending off as well. Nabil Fekir and Sergio Canales on the score sheet for Betis, with Nabil Fekir also getting himself sent off. Heading into this last time picture in Barcelona was a 7-goal thriller as well. A lot of goals between these two sides. Griezmann with a couple of goals. Jordi Abbey, Arturo Vidal, and Carles Perez on the score sheet for Barcelona as they took 5 goals there. Nabil Fekir with a goal and Lori Moron as well. Heading into this, Barcelona just 1 defeat the past 4. That was against Real Madrid in the El Clasico. Meanwhile, the last 4 games for Villarreal, Betis 2 wins and 2 defeats for them. Heading into this, quick look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Is 11-4 on Barcelona. Stone Cold favourites. 4-1 is draw. 7-1 is your away win. That is Real Betis. Real Betis coming to this in 7th at the moment. And a win for them, they could go as high as 3rd. Barcelona coming to this in 12th. And a win for them, they could go as high as 8th. They will remain below Real Betis no matter what goes on in this fixture. But I'm going to give it to Barcelona, despite the down in the downdrams. They'll get the result, and again they'll move a little bit closer to those illustrious top 4 spots, of course. Sevilla against Osasuna. Now these two sides played each other 96 times in the past. 41 wins for Sevilla, 31 wins for Osasuna, and 24 draws. The last 6 though sees 5 wins for Sevilla, nothing for Osasuna, and 1 draw. Last time picture was in Sevilla back in March 2020. It was a 3-2 win for Sevilla. En Nesri on the score sheet with a couple of goals there. Ocampos as well. Adrian Hernandez with Roberto Torres on the score sheet for Osasuna. A red card as well with Sergio Herrera getting himself sent off in the 54th minute. But ultimately Sevilla held on top with the 3 points in the end. Sevilla have actually lost their last 3 matches in La Liga, and they come into this just 1 win the past 5 of core competitions. That was in the Champions League against Rennes, of course. On the flip side, Osasuna just 1 defeat the past 5. That includes a friendly, and that defeat was against Atlético Madrid just the other day. 3-1 loss. Sevilla need a result if they want to get them moving in the right direction. 5-3 on. They are stone cold favourites for the victory. 5-2 is a draw. 11-2, that is Osasuna, of course, long shots. Osasuna coming to this in 9th. A win for them, they could go as high as 7th. Sevilla coming to this in 16th, and a win for them, they could go as high as 9th. Leapfrogging Osasuna in the process. I do believe in a Sevilla. I know they're looking a little bit shitty at the moment, but we're going to go with... I do believe for Sevilla in the moment. I know they're looking a bit shitty, but I'm going to go with a big fat W in the end. 3-1 win. Take the points, and move up the table as they go. Next up, Atlético Madrid taking on Cádiz. Of course, Cádiz surprise package at the moment. These two are pictures 24 times in the past. 14 wins for Atlético Madrid, 5 wins for Cádiz, and 5 draws. The last 6 though sees 4 wins for Atlético Madrid, 1 win for Cádiz, and 1 draw. Last time picture was a friendly. Doesn't really count. It was a draw, and it went actually in favour of Cádiz. I think it might have been a knockout tournament or something. But anyway, last time picture in competitive action was in the top flight back in 2006. It was a 1 more draw in Cádiz. That's right, 2006. Wow, we were. Last time picture in competitive action in Madrid. That was a 3-0 win for Madrid. That was back in 2005 with Maxi Rodriguez, Pablo Ibanez, and Luciano Galletti on the score sheet. Atletico actually defeated in the last 22 matches in La Liga, whereas Cádiz have actually kept a clean sheet in the last 4 away matches as well. They've also won those last 4 away matches as well. Into this, just one defeat the past 6 Cádiz. That was against Sevilla all the way back. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 5 for Atletico. That was against Atletico. That was against Barcelona. Sorry. That was against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, of course, back at the end of October. Heading into this, book week's odds on this one is 5-2 on Atletico Madrid, stone cold favourites. 3-1 is your draw, 10-1 is your long shots. That is, of course, Cádiz coming to this just level on points with Atletico Madrid in 5th, but a win for them. They could go top of the pops. Oh yeah, top of the pops. Oh yeah, with a big fat W if they're victorious. Meanwhile, same could be said for Atletico Madrid. If they win, they're going to go, could go potentially top of the pops. Tough one, this one. We're going to go with Atletico Madrid on this one at home. 2-0 win in the end. Get the 3 points. Keep on moving. Keep on trucking, lads. Next up, Getafe up against Villarreal. Let's take a close look at this bad boy then, shall we? What do we have on this? Now, these two sides have played 37 times in the past. 9 wins for Getafe, 20 wins for Villarreal, and 8 draws. Yes. The last 6, though, sees 2 wins for Getafe, 3 wins for Villarreal, and 1 draw. Last time picture was in Getafe back in lockdown in July. It was a 3-1 win for Villarreal. Santi Cazorla, of course, with a couple of goals. Ruben Pena as well. Vincent Abora, Apise Sectera, Demian Suarez, and Alan Romero Noyon all getting sent off in that game, and all at the end of the match. Actually, 3 sending offs for Getafe, 1 for Villarreal. Hugo Doruro getting 1 goal for Getafe on the 80th minute. Villarreal actually failed to score in their last 3 away matches, and they're undefeated though in the last 5 matches, both home and away. They come into this 4 wins of the past 5. That little hiccup was against Cádiz, and it was a draw. Heading into this though, Getafe just won in the past 4 for them. That was against Barcelona, of course, on the 17th of October. Quick look at the odds on this one then, shall we? Getafe are, where are we? This is into Sunday's matches now. 7-5 for the victory. 21-10 is your draw. 21-10 is also your away win. That is Villarreal. Villarreal coming to this in 3rd, but a win for them. They could go top of the pops, top of the pops. Oh yes, top of the pops. Meanwhile, Getafe coming to this in 8th, and a win for them. They could go as high as 4th in the table. Getafe are the home side. Villarreal, they were visitors, but I'm going to give it to them in the end. 2-1 win. Villarreal could go top. Sociedad taking on Granada. Of course, my boys doing very well. They've actually played Granada 50 times in the past. 21 wins for Sociedad, 19 wins for Granada, and 10 draws. The last 6 though sees 5 wins for Sociedad, 1 win for Granada, and no draws. Last time I played each other was in Sociedad, and it was a 3-2 win for Granada. That's right, way back in lockdown, 10th of July as well. Antonio Puertas on score sheet, Domingos Duarte and Roberto Soldado on score sheet for Granada, Mikel Marinho and Mikel Oyarzabal on score sheet for Sociedad as they lost. Heading into this though, Sociedad have actually won the last 4 matches in La Liga, and they come into this just 1 defeat the past 5. That was against Napoli in the Europa League. Of course, on the flip side, Getafe back-to-back are winless in 2, but unbeaten in 5. Picking up draws against, who the heck are these guys? PAOK out in the Europa League, and of course Levante just the other day. So 2 teams on a good bit of form recently. The odds on this one, 4-3 on Sociedad favourites, 30-5 is your draw, 18-5 is your away win. That is Granada. Granada coming to this in 6th spot on the table with a win for them. They could go top of the pops, top of the pops. Oh yes, top of the pops. Of course, Sociedad are top of the pops, and a win for them, they'll maintain a top of the pops status. I'm going with Sociedad with a 2-1 win. It's the end, of course. Next up, we have Levante up against Alavés. Now, these two sides have played each other in the past 24 times. 6 wins for Levante, 15 wins for Alavés, and 3 draws, of course. The last 6, though, sees 1 win for Levante, 5 wins for Alavés, and no draws. Last time they played each other was in Levante in January 2020, and it was a 1-0 win for Alavés, that's right. The goal scorer on the day was Alex Vidal on the score sheet. Elix Vidal with a 1-0 win for Alavés. Heading into this, Levante have actually failed to win the last 5 matches in La Liga. They come into this back-to-back. Well, they're unbeaten in 2, though. They are actually unbeaten in 2, but those 2 games were draws. They're actually without a win in 5. Meanwhile, Alavés on the flip side, just 1 defeat the past 5 for them. That was against Elche. But there's other 4 games, 2 wins and 2 draws in the process for them. Quick look at the odds then on this one. Levante against Alavés. The bookies odds 5-4 for the host. 23-10 is the Alavés. 11-5 is the draw. Meanwhile, Levante coming to this. Where are they? Actually in 18th spot at the moment in the relegation zone, but a win for them. They could go as high as 12th. Of course, leapfrogging Barcelona in the process. Meanwhile, Alavés coming to this. Where are they in the table? Actually, in 14th spot, but a win for them. They could go as high as 8th as well. I'm going with Levante to get at least a point out of this one. Alavés will probably be the happier out of the 2 sides. Valladolid taking on Atlético Bilbao. Of course, now these 2 sides have played each other 96 times in the past. 26 wins for Valladolid, 43 wins for Bilbao, and 26 draws as well. The last 6 though sees 1 win for Valladolid, 3 for Bilbao, and 2 draws, including a draw last time they played each other, which was a Mickey Mouse game. I think it was a friendly, perhaps. I don't really know too much about it. But the last time they played each other in competitive action in La Liga was a 4-1 win for Bilbao, of course, back in March 2020. Unai Lopez on the score sheet, Inaki Williams, Raul Garcia, and Inagio Cordoba on the score sheet. Sandro Ramirez get the 1 to go for Valladolid. Heading into this, Valladolid have actually failed to win the last 8 matches in La Liga. They've also conceded at least 2 goals in the last 4 matches as well. They come into this 5 defeats of the past 6 for them. Meanwhile, on the flip side, just 1 defeat the past 4 for Bilbao. That was against Osasuna at the back end of October. Quick look at the odds. Do we have odds on this one? Yes, we do. 21-10 for Valladolid. 29-20 is Bilbao. 2-1 is your draw. Bilbao coming to this in 11th. Better win for them. They could go as high as 7th. Meanwhile, Valladolid coming to this at bottom of the pops at the moment. Better win for them. They could go as high as 18th in the table. I'm going to go with Bilbao on this one to nick it just with a 1-0 win in the end. I'll wrapping it up. It'll be Valencia up against Real Madrid. Now, these two celebrations are 189 times in the past. 50 wins for Valencia. 100 wins for Real Madrid. And 39 draws. Do the math. The last 6, though, sees 4 wins for Real Madrid. 1 win for Valencia and 1 draw. Last time I played each other was in the Bernabeu. It was a 3-0 win for Madrid in lockdown back in June. Benzema with a couple of goals and Marco Anselmo on the score sheet. Lee Kang-in getting himself sent off. However, the last time I played each other in Valencia in the league was a 1-1 draw back in December 2019. Carlos Soler on the score sheet for Valencia. Karim Benzema, of course. They also met each other in the Spanish Cup in January 2020. And it was a 3-1 for Real Madrid on this one in Valencia, just to let you know. Heading into this, Valencia have actually at least 2 goals in the last 4 matches. Real Madrid have actually scored at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 matches away from home. They come into this unbeaten in 3. Real Madrid picking up wins against Barcelona, a draw against Getafe, and a big fat win against Huesca. On the flip side, Valencia just won defeat the past 6. That was against Sociedad, of course, the leaders, back in September. Of course, look at the odds on this one then. 6-1 for Valencia, 3-1 is draw, 2-1 on Real Madrid are your stone cold favourites. And now I'm going to go with those stone cold favourites with a 3-1 win in the end. That's what I think will happen in match day, whatever it is. Match day number 9 out in La Liga. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early. Of course, this is what the table will look like at the end of it. Sociedad will remain top of the box. Real Madrid up to 2nd. Villarreal 3rd. And Atlético Madrid in 4th. Cádiz remain in the top 5. Barcelona up to 9th. Down the foot of the table will be Valladolid, Huesca and Levante going down to the Segundo Division for this season if it was to end abruptly today. But unfortunately, it probably won't. But anyway, this, of course, be sure to get your picks in nice and early for La Protection League. And after this weekend's action, there'll be a bit of a break. Of course, international matches are coming back. Euro 2020 playoffs, Nations League. Is it the final Nations League games? I don't know. But anyway, we'll have those picks on the channel. But of course, there'll be a bit of a break for this. But be sure to get your picks in nice and early anyway. And also make sure you bang the thumbs up, bang subscribe, give the channel some support in the quieter times that's going to go around the corner. Of course, if you want to support the channel in another way, you can become a patron. We are looking for patrons. There's a link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. For as little as a can of Mountain Dew, you can become the latest member of the Patreon gang. So check it all out if you're free and available. But until then, though, be safe out there, mask up, safety distance, 6 feet and all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Enjoy your games. I will. Till then, I'm out.